Rock Slide it. Ice Punch. Okay. Of course we get frozen. What's up, KS Kids? So today we bring you this team made by Joe UX9. Shout out to him. It's a SunRoom team with Farigiraf, with the Helping Hand, Thunderbolt, and Psychic. This is a Colbur Berry set, specifically for those King Gambit leads. Reduces the damage, so I feel a little better leading Incineroar, even if they have the King Gambit. And then the subsequent turn, you can Helping Hand Flare Blitz into it. You do have dual Mega, so you can go Mawile with the Spicy Rock Slide, Sucker Punch, and Play Rough. So you gotta keep in mind that you do not have a Steel type coverage move. However, we do have Hyper Cutter, so that, you know, if they try to intimidate spam you, you still don't get intimidated right before you go Mega. Now, on the other end, you have your fast mode with Charizard Y, the standard set, you know, Weather Ball, Solar Beam, Heat Wave. You have your standard Life Orb Garchomp, and the other support here slash attacker is Venusaur. He's a mixed role because you do have Sleep Powder, so you can slow down your foes. You can, you know, counter the fairies with Sludge Bomb. And you also have Energy Ball for the Swampert, etc. Focus Sash is very nice because it lets you live that one hit, giving you a little bit more longevity. So you typically want to weigh if you're going with the Mawile route or if you're going with the Charizard Y. We don't have Tailwind, but that's okay. What I do want to make sure that we recognize here is that it is a semi-bulky Charizard, and you will live one Rock Slide from a Life Orb Garchomp, but only after you intimidate it. So you got to keep that in mind. It's not the fastest Charizard, but we do have max speed Garchomp and max speed Venusaur, so that you can, you know, get those Sleep Powders in before you get hit. You want the Garchomp to be max speed Jolly here because the mirror, I rather lose a speed tie than lose because I'm guaranteed slower. And you also want to have that Floette matchup. You want to have the speed advantage. So you do have your support with Incineroar, standard bulky Citrus Berry. Let's get some games in, see how we do. Alright, so we have this opposing Farigiraf King Gambit with Sylveon, Arcanine Hisui, Staraptor, and Raichu. So 2 Megas potentially, and I feel like that's Rockhead and not Intimidate. So I really like the Garchomp lead here, even if Sylveon comes through, because Venusaur can scare it away. The Staraptor is a little scary here. So I feel like we do need Intimidate. And the Thunderbolt is nice here on Farige. But now we don't have a Mega. Or do we bring Mawile instead of Incin? Okay, let's bring Mawile. We do get the Play Rough for Staraptor. Let's see how we do here. The Rage Staraptor. I really don't think that's a final Gambit Staraptor though. We can Rock Slide, we can Sleep Powder. Here. Yeah, I didn't think it was a final Gambit Staraptor. Protect. We are -1. Okay. That's very good. Even if they get a close combat, I wanna start chipping away the Staraptor now. Okay. Cool Wing Beat. Yeah. Was not accounting for that. But at least no close combat, right? What we can do, since we're faster, can Psychic. Of course, you protect. If their Farigiraf sets up Trick Room, it will actually benefit me more since I have Mawile in the back. But we're gonna go for the flinch. Psychic. Okay. So once again, Rock Slide. Psychic is our strongest. They probably do swap out into King Gambit. Yeah. Arcanine. Okay. Why are we missing? Come on, Garchomp, get it together. Get it together. That's a lot of chip. They got rid of our Garchomp. This is getting very, very close. So I want to protect and Trick Room here. Are they going for Flare Blades onto Mawile? Yep. Alright, we got lucky there. Okay, so what we want to do now, we want to play rough the Farigiraf and Psychic the Arcanine, and hopefully they don't get to reverse. We're cutting it very close. We could have called that, but I didn't want to risk them playing aggressively. Okay, we got rid of Farige. We can also Sucker Punch now. Sylveon. We don't have a steel type move. But let's go for it anyway. We don't miss. Ooh, that was so close. Okay. So our Mawile is faster under Trick Room than the Sylveon. Now they only have Staraptor. Very good. What we can do is Rock Slide and Psychic. They probably protect, but yeah. That's fine. I believe we have one more Trick Room turn left. Yeah. So what we can do, we can play rough, Staraptor, and Psychic. Because our Farigiraf is faster the next turn. Yep. Goodbye, Staraptor. Now this was a very rough start, but we managed to turn it around. So the key here was recognizing that we needed Trick Room. Once I got Trick Room up and Mawile was in position, we were golden. GG's. Okay, so we are up against the big six again. No King Gambit. This time they're using an Incineroar. So for this, I think we do go with Trick Room. And lastly, it's a toss-up. I feel like Venu is better here, given they have dual Fairy and the Basculegion. Plus the Sash is nice. Let's go ahead and try this out. They locked in pretty quick. Charizard, Incineroar. Okay. So what I want to do here is Trick Room. Do they double attack? I'm not gonna risk it, so let's go ahead and flinch the Charizard. Okay, Charizard moves out. That's fine. That was a good move. That was a good move. They bring back Charizard. We want to bring the Mawile in safely, but how do we do that here? We can switch it in. Hopefully they protect. Can parting shot the Charizard. Taking a big risk here. Bring back Incineroar. Are they protecting? This is where Hyper Cutter is showing off how good it is. Okay. And we will bring back Farige. That's a lot of damage. Okay, now I think Rock Slide, Helping Hand. They might protect Basculegion here. Yeah, or withdraw. Garchomp. We should be faster than the Incineroar here. They were predicting the Thunderbolt, probably. Okay, double connect. Oh, that's beautiful. That's a lot of damage. Incineroar flinches. That's awesome. Do they protect Garchomp here? What do we think? We can also Rock Slide again. And Psychic here. I'm more inclined to do this play because they can protect Garchomp and they either switch or they try to parting shot the Incineroar. Yeah, they protect. Beautiful. We get rid of Incin. Big problem solved. Now let's remind ourselves of how many Trick Room turns we have left because we're running out fast. There is no way we have one Trick Room turn left. There is no way that you let me Rock Slide your Charizard, right? So play rough. Thunderbolt. I really feel like they're gonna protect in the event that they swap in their Basculegion here. I'm going to target Garchomp. Yeah, so we covered for that. Protect Charizard, yep. Just like we thought. Basculegion, goodbye. It's not over yet though. It's not over. Okay. Charizard just protected. We're out of Trick Room, so there's no way we survive a double up here. So I'm going to lose both of my lead Mon here. The play that I'm doing right now is going to chip Charizard as much as possible. So Venusaur comes from the back and I have Fake Out. And then a Sludge Bomb should be enough to take out the Charizard. The Sun will make us faster. But it's still anybody's game. There's no way that they protect in this position. That's a lot of damage. Yeah, I knew we were gonna lose both here. The crit didn't matter. Even if we survived the earthquake, they were gonna hit us with fire move. Garchomp is on a ticking time bomb. Do they double protect here? We will fake out Garchomp, Sludge Bomb, Charizard. This is why I wanted to get a chip on the Charizard earlier. They could very well double protect here. Okay. Did not protect. We pick up Charizard, very good. And now we just have one piece left. And they forfeit. GG's. We did it. Alright, so we have a very speedy team here. Let's not think twice. I think Farigiraf, Incineroar, Mawile, and Garchomp are good here. I don't like Charizard. Why? Even though it technically does good here, but Mawile will pressure more. They don't have anti-priority, but I do. All right, let's try this mode. They have double dragon, double steel. Good luck, have fun. Okay, this smells like earthquake, nasty plot maybe. But Delphox cannot one-shot the Farigiraf. Let's do that. Pretty straightforward turn one. Delphox exits. King Gambit comes in. Too late. We already intimidated. Alright, Trick Room. Let's not waste time. Let's bring in Mawile. And here, we want to Flare Blitz King Gambit. They protect. Okay. Is this an earthquake? Stamping Tantrum, okay. That was the right spot, at least. Alright, so what we want to do here is get rid of Garchomp. We need Garchomp out the board. And let's start chipping away the King Gambit. Now, I did second guess myself here because King Gambit had just protected, so we could have gone for a play rough there. I mean, they swapped out, but I still think that was a possibility. At least we get some chip. Play Rough in. Goodbye, Garchomp. Now the question becomes, do they feel safe attacking Mawile now? Sneasler, okay. So what if we Rock Slide and Psychic? That does cover for both, right? It covers for Sash Sneasler. It covers for Protect and Delphox. Okay. They're just playing doors. That's fine. Because we catch the Sneasler. Alright, 2 down. How many Trick Rooms do we have left? I believe it's 2. Delphox is out. Last turn of Trick Room, and who do we have in the back? Garchomp. We are looking good. So we can... I have a feeling they protect, right? I have a feeling they protect here. We can double up King Gambit. They protect there too. What are you thinking? Okay, double protect. That makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. We did not reveal Sucker Punch though. So we can Sucker Punch. And we can Trick Room, but we don't want Trick Room. Let's Thunderbolt. The reason I don't want to set Trick Room here is because we have Garchomp in the back. And I'm going to Thunderbolt, covering for a Nasty Plot or Sub. Okay, Sucker Punch fails. They Encore on Sucker Punch. That's good damage. So now they know I'm Encored onto Sucker Punch. What I can do is go to another Thunderbolt here. Nice protect. Colbert Berry to the rescue. You cannot Sucker Punch. So here we can Dragon Claw. Helping Hand. Do you Heat Wave? Psychic. That's a lot of damage. Okay, Delphox is out. They're playing very well. Who do you kowtow cleave? Okay. You cannot Sucker Punch though. Do we Trick Room here? I feel like they're gonna Iron Head. So it's a 50-50. They can Iron Head Mawile, which I know I'm slower. Or they can go and Kowtow Cleave for Ridge. Let's go with this. Oh, we called it right. We called it right. That was a 50-50. They cannot Sucker Punch me. Now pray that we don't misplay Rough. Come on, all we need is a Play Rough hit. So they're Protect, Sucker Punch, Iron Head, and Kowtow Cleave. Very nice. We sealed it. Sealed. Yeah, here I didn't want to get Iron Head and lose my main attack. GG's. Alright, so we're going up against a Blastoise and Torkoal. It could very well be a Shell Smash Blastoise, or Fake Out Trick Room. So since we have a Tyranitar in the other end, I don't feel very good about my Charizard here. So what do we want to do? They do have King Gambit. So potential Mega Tyranitar or Blastoise. I feel like opposing for Ridge on lead is good. We got Thunderbolt for the Blastoise. We can also threaten the Sylveon. We can threaten the Blastoise. We can threaten Sleep Powder. Venusaur is not very afraid of this lineup, with the exception of Torkoal. I do feel like we may need Incineroar here to slow down the Tyranitar. And if Trick Room does go up, I'm just gonna go like that. If Trick Room does go up, then we want to make sure we have something that resists these eruptions. Almost ran out of time there, but my brain automatically clicked on Mawile since I'm not doing Charizard. And of course, they do lead Tyranitar here. That's a very small Tyranitar. What we can do is we can swap in Incineroar, get that Intimidate, and we can start Sleep Powdering the Farigiraf. Okay. -1. We hit Sleep Powder, so no Trick Room this turn. Yeah, knock off. Okay. It's a leftovers for Farigiraf. What we can do here, we can Parting Shot Tyranitar and start focusing it down. That's 50%, that's very good. We might get Rock Slided. Ice Punch. Okay. Of course we get frozen. Of course. So we saw knockoff Ice Punch. Well, that's not good. Do they have ground coverage? Do they have Intimidate? They don't have Intimidate. I can risk a Play Rough here and Sleep Powder since we're faster. If they have Blastoise in the back, like, we need Venusaur, but he's useless if he's frozen. Yeah, you're not doing much here. T-Tar is down, but the damage is done. We're frozen. Trick Room is up. I have a feeling it's Torkoal. Yeah. Well, this is not good. Let's bring in Incineroar and try to protect. That freeze really messed us up. Yeah, we're frozen. Well, the bad news, I don't think we survive another eruption. We thought of. I don't think we survive another eruption. But I can try to Trick Room here. Try. Yeah, this is a loss. This is a fast loss. Unfortunately, that freeze really messed us up. We need to get like 3 protects in a row here. 2. We can try, but I don't think we get it. Yeah, we don't get it. Yeah, that freeze was very unfortunate. Alright, GG's. This is the game we play sometimes. Alright, we did not get to show off the Charizard lead mode. But I think based on what we were seeing, the Trick Room route was always the right play. We had some interesting matches, some back and forwards. Nothing super straightforward, but I have to say that Venusaur came in very handy. And Mawile, it hits like a truck. Like those moves that are connected, those play roughs. We did not miss a play rough, by the way. But it did a lot of damage. The Helping Hand Sucker Punch play was phenomenal, putting the Charizard in range. So if you want to give it a shot, go ahead. This is a very interesting team. SunRoom, if you're a fan of Sun, if you're a fan of Trick Room, it's a very nice team here. Again, one instance where I wanted Iron Head, but Venusaur makes up for it with Sludge Bomb. That's all I really can say. The spreads and everything will be listed below with the team ID. So if you want to try it out, go for it. If not, we'll see you on the next one.